going to suggest that you see the long version of this video. Basically, it goes like this. In a nutshell, the Gaia, the earth deity, Min, a deity of chemistry, Minos, said to be the father of homosexuality from Crete. Okay, so basically the Semites, Babylon, so on and so forth, Phoenicia, the Phoenician Canaanites, and so on. They're basically gay, the story of Lot, blah, blah, blah. They go through Crete, is the logical assumption here, but one way or another it's connected, and into Greece and Rome, and then the West becomes the main stronghold of homosexuality and the spread of the Gaia, G, key, the Sumerian, Greek, Roman, earth deity, Greco-Roman. All right, so basically, it goes like this. The West and the East deal in Shu, Set, and Baal, okay? Shu is like a shorter Asian-looking kind of deity, but an African version came first, and he kind of changed over time, and you have the Asian variation. Baal is like a big kind of clansman, kind of craftsman, kind of big Leonard, big belly, Baal, bell, belly, okay, bully, okay? And of course he has variations. He goes to the gym and works out and goes, grrr, has a six-pack or something, okay? And Set is an evil gnome deity that has various forms. He's like the guy that rules over them all. Min and Set, the scorpion king, right? He basically goes around and as the sage and the mage and the cage, right? The C can have an S sound, okay, and basically forms these guys. So these are the deities of Eurasia, and they expanded and kind of wiped out the Native Americans and kind of, made them submit. Okay, so they went around the world and basically made everyone submit. Same thing with the vast majority of Africans, and it's just me. Okay, so Eri came down from the sky as a spirit into the king. He had servants and he had kids, okay? The servant who was the most loyal miraculously married his daughter, produced my father, and became the true spirit heir. The spirit chose him. Forget the flesh line, but I'm his son, The spirit of righteousness. The throne in the Bible, in Proverbs, is established through righteousness. We also see it established through mercy and justice. Mercy to who? The victims in heaven, or the scumbags on earth who are trying to cheat the royal line in a calculated manner so they can then pretend they're important in various ways as atheists, as scientists, as fake Christians, as fake martial artists, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So the spirit comes down to the king, point A, point B, boom. Okay, point C, okay, to his servant, who he allows to marry his daughter who wanted to become a nun, very devout follower of God. Okay. They have my father, focused moral intensity, brain surgeon genius, African martial art line. No one is anywhere near like him from his generation, okay? What he did was amazing. He took this profoundly potent, masculine African brain and was able to transfer it into a kind of moon temple way of thinking to hit the books, right? He's focused, and he's also able to kind of come into like a British kind of way of intellectual way of learning. He went to kind of British boarding school. But make no mistake, he's a very serious big guy where I get this big bone structure from, okay? They cut into people's head the old-fashioned way. This is before the technology, before all the gay betas, before the civil rights movement allowed for this stuff to happen. He came here penniless, worked his way up. No one is like him, okay? And I tell the pure truth. No one is like me, okay? No one from my generation like me. No one's generation like him after me it ends, okay? You can't get truth from disobedience. You can't get spiritual transference from disobedience, okay? It says in the Bible, don't join, fear the Lord and the King, my son. Do not join in rebellion with rebellious officials, basically, paraphrasing. Proverbs 21 somewhere, okay? I am more understanding than the elders, for I obey your precepts, okay? Obey, okay? So we had to obey the Spirit of God. The fear of the Lord. Humility is the fear of the Lord. Okay, wisdom begins with the fear of the Lord. You have to fear the Lord. You have to obey the Lord. If you don't, and you don't come from a line of people that do, it can't transfer from someone like me to someone like you. It can only transfer from someone like me to somebody who's prepared for generations, okay, to obey God. Okay, other people can be saved by these people if they obey God through them. No one obeyed God through me because they didn't prepare for generations to obey God through me, and they didn't rally to me, as I've been saying for years that they should, to receive the Spirit and my training to then be able to convey it to someone else. Miracle, my raw cell, has to do with who my dad was. Of all the people in the world, he's the one who expressed the most profoundly important kind of traits, okay? And it's a result of spiritual transference. It's a miracle. His raw cell, instead of being the son of the king, his father being the son of the king, he's the son-in-law of the king, and then he's his son. Okay, and I'm his son, and my dad then took a white wife and created me, and so his raw cell transferring to me is a miracle. My raw cell, summon, sum on, resurrection, Ra's erection, Ra's action. Okay, spirit, the spirit is a phallic symbol. Now, if you're mature in a sex cult, you're like, oh, no, it has to be my people, my people. I see L as my own. I see L as my own with a thong. Okay? That's why clowns have a white face, because the main people doing this tend to be white-skinned people, and sometimes they marry black people and have crypto lines. Okay, white man saying, it's mine, clown, C-L, own, down, D, own. Give her the D, right? So they're clowns, the secret societies, they're betas. Betas is B scrambled. Oh, no, it's my son, Mason, my son, Minos, my son, with a thong. Minos scrambled is my son, and he's the father of homosexuality, and it's a Western deity. That's why so many French and English and Greeks historically were gay. Okay? And of course, it's Judeo-Westerner. Look at Homer. Look at Zeus, right? His other name is Jupiter. Juju, witchcraft. His wife, Juno. Jupiter, Juno, witchcraft. African witchcraft to the Middle East, into Europe through Crete. King Minos, and Crete is where Zeus is said to be born. And King Minos is the father of homosexuality. What don't you people get?